Now that you're acquainted with the basic features, we'd like to take a few moments to explain why you might consider WordPower for either yourself, your child, or your client. The number one reason is intuitive design. This is important because, of course, we want any system we choose to be easy for the user to learn, but we must also consider how easy the system is for the communication partners to learn. A key component of good language instruction is good modeling. The more we as communication partners can model with the device what we want the child to do, the more likely it is that the child will be successful. So the language system must be easy to understand for the teachers, family members, and peers who may not have specialized expertise in language instruction, but who may spend the most amount of time interacting with the child in naturally occurring communication opportunities. Reason number 2, room to grow. Let's say you're thinking of a child who is just at the emergent literacy level and may initially need picture support. The child can start out using picture WordPower with fewer cells, then, as his literacy level improves and his vocabulary increases, instead of having to learn a whole new system, he can move up to a higher level of WordPower, perhaps with the on-screen keyboard. But the format will still look familiar to him because as the user moves from one vocabulary to the next in WordPower, the language organization stays essentially the same. Great care has been taken to keep the basic elements in the same area of the screen, such as pronouns, helping verbs, core verbs, and prepositions, conjunctions, and articles. This eliminates the time-consuming work of learning a completely new system of language organization as the user becomes a more competent communicator. The third reason to consider WordPower is that it provides a framework for literacy. This is important because we know that literacy is the key to communicative success. WordPower supports literacy, first of all, at a very basic level, when the child sees the word, selects the word, and hears the word.
Think, see, say.
But WordPower doesn't just display words on the screen. It provides a model for how words are put together when we use written language to communicate. For example, suppose I want to start a sentence with the words I am. But we don't say, I am see, I am eat, I am feel. Notice how WordPower automatically changes the verbs to the proper form when I select the word am. Now I can say feeling instead of feel, and selecting the word feeling takes me to the feelings category. Another example, if I were to start my sentence with the word he, I go to people to find my other pronouns. When I select had, the verbs change automatically again to the proper form. When I select out, I see another example of word completion. When I select play, it takes me to the related categories of toys and sports. This type of functionality is built into WordPower at many different levels so that users can produce generative, grammatically correct language with the least amount of keystrokes. This is helpful for both users who struggle with language and need a model, as well as those who have a good grasp of language concepts but who may have motor challenges. A fourth reason to consider WordPower is computer access. Many people who use augmentative communication devices are physically unable to use a regular keyboard and mouse. And for these people, computer access is a critical component of WordPower. WordPower facilitates computer access for both direct selectors and scanners. It allows them to generate text and control computer functions through the device via Bluetooth and cable, as well as internal computer access for integrated devices. Here's one example. These keys move the cursor to the general area on the screen needed. Then these keys, using the continuous mouse moves feature, move the cursor to the precise location I need. Then I can left click, right click, or double click on the desired item. With this key, I can access items on my Start menu, and this key allows me to go to my favorite websites. These keys allow me to move backwards and forwards in my browser, and this key closes a web page. Here's an example of a computer access page in WordPower that has been optimized for scanners. Down here are the mouse functions. Here you have your on-screen scanning keyboard. And over here you have other keys that allow a user to navigate the internet or other computer programs. Thank you for taking the time to learn about WordPower. For more information, visit the website of Nancy Inman, the author of WordPower. It is www.inmaninnovations.com.